Barineau Heating and Air Friday Night Rivals, presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency, is coming to you live from the woods on the campus of Lawton Chiles High School in Tallahassee, Florida, where tonight's matchup is the Chiles Timberwolves hosting the Godby Cougars. Hi, everybody. I'm Ben Cinco. Alex DiCaprio as our sideline reporter will be joining us shortly. And with me in the booth, as always, help me call the action is Eric Llewellyn. Eric, Godby last week, even their record at 2-2 on the season with a big district win against Suwannee. Meanwhile, on Friday Night Rivals last week, we saw Chiles drop another tight one, this time against Rickards. What's it going to take for each team, maybe a big key for them to be able to win this game tonight?
Well, I think for Chiles, they've got to get out of their own way. They've got to stop having the untimely penalties, the bad turnovers, and just get out of their own way. And for Godby, I think they've really got to bottle up that Chiles running game. We saw that come to life last week against Rickards, so I think Godby's going to have to really focus on that and make Taylor Jacobs beat him.
Okay, and how about a key player for each team tonight?
Well, I bring up Taylor Jacobs Jr., and I think he's going to be the key. And he has really kind of had a rough couple of weeks, and I think they need to do some things early on to get his confidence going, because if he's producing, they're going to be really good. And then I like Lazarus Chambers. He leads the way passing, he leads the way rushing. He'll do everything for that team, and I think he's the key for Godby.
Great, thanks, Eric. The exciting action of Friday Night Rivals kicks off next on NBC 40. Back to Chiles High School in Tallahassee, Florida. Ben Cinco, Eric Llewellyn with you. And we're privileged to have Alex DiCaprio on the sideline with us tonight. Alex.
Guys, this Godby High School football program has just been taken over by John Holston. This team went 3-6 last year, and right now they're 2-2, almost at that win total from a season ago. They said that John Holston told me that he wants to make this team elite again. He wants this team to have grit, focus, and competitiveness, and he's ready for them to come out here and take over tonight. He said they have to stay disciplined if they're going to match Chiles, and they also have to be extremely competitive and focused. He said he's seen a lot of that from his team so far this season, and he's looking forward to tonight hopefully getting their first win on the road.
All right, great. Thank you, Alex. And we're about to get things kicked off. Chiles won the coin toss, has deferred to the second half, so they're about to kick the ball off to Godby. Get ready for our first Shoebix kickoff of the evening. And here's the shoebox kickoff. The shoebox, home of the happy feet, into the end zone for a touchback. Go ahead and have a look at our Consolidated Dispatch Agency starting lineups for the Godby offense. Chambers, Vickers, Hall, Simmons, Clark, Mitchell, Barnes, Hester, Stenson, Bush, and Fletcher. And for the Timberwolves on defense, Strozer, Trotman, Lewis, Montez. We've got Asantes, but I think Bryson Floyd will be starting. McCants, Harris, Mitchell, McNeely, Ravel, and Douglas. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Lazarus Chambers takes the shotgun snap. Ball gets stripped. And that's going to be recovery for the Chiles on the first play. Heck of a job by the defense, making an impact right off the bat, Eric.
Hunter Trotman came around the edge and got that strip, and you give him a strip on the fumble and went ahead and recovered it as well. Good job just falling on that ball. Just fall on it, make sure you get it. Turn it over to the offense inside the 10-yard line with a good opportunity to score.
Huge play for the Chiles defense. Going to start on offense in the red zone. And let's go ahead and get a look at the Consolidated Dispatch Agency starting lineups for the Chiles offense. Jacobs, Cadet, Clark, Matthews, Fryer, Trevor Jacobs, Farmer, Roden, Bryce Lundy, and Herring. On defense for Godby, Roque, Figures, Rose, Cooper, Jones, Strong, Atkins, Boyd, Payne, Anderson, and Vickers. 1st and goal for the Timberwolves. Jacobs hands the ball, and he is immediately engulfed right away. That was Jalen Jones, not able to do anything. Let's see where they mark this. Could be a loss of a yard.
Well, last week we talked about hoping that they would get back on Chiles on that offense, that inside run game, downhill run game. We talked about that before the game. They did a good job with that. Too many turnovers, too many penalties last week. And they handed early here to Jalen Jones. And both he and Gerald Clark, I thought, did a great job in that running game last week for Chiles. I think they've really got to try to get Taylor Jacobs Jr. going this week.
2nd and goal for the Timberwolves. Jacobs hands the hands the ball off. Gets through the line, falls ahead to about the 3-yard line.
Good cut there by Jones once he got to the line of scrimmage. Found a little daylight to get that one in there. I think they gave him the spot at the 4 is where they ended up marking that one.
So 3rd and goal from the 4.
Let's see if they get Jacobs out of the pocket here. Give him the option to either throw it or tuck and run. He's a very effective runner.
Jacobs 4 receivers. That one back is Jalen Jones. He'll take the handoff, scampers in, and they're going to mark that a touchdown. Touchdown Timberwolves. Our first Weston Trawick touchdown on the evening. Weston Trawick building, connecting, powering 24/7.
Well, when you've got that big offensive line, just hand it off and let the big guy Jalen Jones pound it in behind him as he got the ball. You see right there just across the goal line. Good job there by that offensive front and by Jones to get that final little stretch in there.
Good job by the camera down there, getting a good shot of that stretch into the end zone for the first Chiles score of the evening.
We saw Chiles head coach Bill Reagans, my classmate at Florida State. Second year as the head coach here at Chiles. Former head coach at Leon High School. He's coached at FSU, at Valdosta State. Assistant up in Colquitt County.
So they are
did not give it to him.
Not giving them a touchdown. We did see the signal on the field for a touchdown. So they're calling
so now it's 4th and goal.
4th and goal from just shy of the goal line. So sorry about that. We were going off what the one of the officials had indicated there. Handoff. Nothing doing. Godby stones him.
Jalen Jones on the carry. Turnover on downs.
Devin Anderson, Jalen Roque, and a host of Cougars in the backfield.
That was quite a turn of events right there.
Amari Jones, our scholar athlete for Godby this week, also in on that tackle.
Loss of 3, so Godby over at the 4-yard line.
Tell you what, what a turn of events there.
Going back to that play by Trotman, which caused the fumble and gave Chiles that field position. See him on the left end there. He's a tough guy to block. Tall, a lot of length there. And he makes another great play there.
Kason Clark takes the handoff.
Stop made by number 15, Hunter Trotman, and the pack of Timberwolves.
Spot the ball at the 4-yard line. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
We'll go down as a TFL for Hunter Trotman. Got him just behind the line of scrimmage.
Hunter Trotman making himself known this evening very early in this ball game. 2nd down. Chambers completed very close to the marker. Looks like they'll mark it just a bit shy. Pass that time to Tylen Vickers. Very highly touted prospect is Tylen Vickers Jr.
Talked about it a little bit before the game. Lorenzo Chambers, threat with his arm, threat with his legs. And they've under 1,000 yards passing so far this year. He's also the leading rusher for the Godby Cougars.
They did mark that actually as a first down, so it's our first Anderson and Hart first down of the ball game. Anderson and Hart, because you matter.
I think our angle of the chains made that look like it was short when it was actually beyond the marker.
1st and 10 Cougars. Handoff. Clark trying to get around the outside. Actually, but that's the Meyer Bentley.
Well, and there's Trotman again. Using the length there and just stretching that run out. Not letting him get upfield, not letting him cut up, and then a good job making the tackle to finish off that play by Trotman.
2nd and 14 for the Cougars after the Demyrick Bentley loss on the play. Chambers Firing the ball deep downfield, has a receiver open, receiver catches, and big first down for the Cougars, all the way out to right about the 41-yard line of Chiles. Huge strike.
Charles dropped that one right in the bucket there to Jamarin Simmons.
Wow, great
Can't
camera
throw
work.
that ball any better than Lorenzo Chambers did right there.
Big Anderson and Hart first down. Yeah, Lazarus Chambers coming into this ball game had a couple of 300-yard ball games. Not so good against Gadsden County, but came back big with 279 last week. Handoff. That was Bentley again. Nothing doing. Timberwolves proven stout against the run game so far.
Holton Harris made the tackle, but a good job again there by Trotman blowing that play up in the backfield.
All right, we're going to send it down to Alex.
Guys, I asked Coach Holston about Lazarus Chambers and about what he brings to this program. He said one word: he is a stud. I know that he's going to play at the next level, and I'm so thankful to have him here in year one. He's just been an absolute leader on the field.
Thank you, Alex. And you're right. He's shown us so far he is a stud with that huge pass. Nothing happened there on that play except for a penalty, so it looks like this is going to count against the Cougars. So false start, ball now at the 46-yard line of Chiles. Now coming into tonight, Chambers, 976 yards passing, 65% of the time, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Pass caught complete, and just past where the original first down was Jarrell Hall. So after the spot's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 41-yard line. Chambers with 4 wide receivers, 1 back to choose from. Feeling the pressure, steps up in the pocket. The ball is out again. He recovers, looking for a receiver downfield. Not going to be able to make the play, but a heck of a recovery by Chambers.
Well, and we know what this Chiles defense can do, and you certainly look at the last couple of weeks, 31 points allowed. They don't have a win to show for it, and I can't believe Chambers ended up with this ball and was able to get a pass off there and just get an incomplete pass, not end up losing a ton of yardage there.
Credit Jordell Lewis with that strip that Chambers wound up recovering. So 4th and 10, Cougars will keep their offense on the field. Again, 4 receivers, 1 back. Chambers feeling pressure, steps up in the pocket, rolls to the right, flag down, ball out, incomplete. Let's check the flag.
The flag's going to be a hold against Godby, so it's not going to matter. They'll decline it and take the ball on downs at the 42-yard line, so it's going to be Chiles' ball. And there you do see the holding call. So Chiles will take it over.
We'll go ahead and send it to break. We'll get a look at the Timberwolves offense when we come back.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by Awards for You. Encourage, recognize, celebrate.
Back from the woods on the campus of Lawton Chiles High School, Tallahassee, Florida. So glad to have you with us tonight here on NBC 40. It's a treat to be on a different network. We'll be back on CW next week. Timberwolves will, after the turnover on downs, will start at their own 41-yard line. Jacobs with 2 backs next to him in the backfield. Ooh, they're going to call that?
Yeah.
They are.
Can't have 2 guys in motion at the same time.
It's Jeremiah Cadet with that step forward they are going to flag him for. So 1st and 15 after the penalty. Trevor Jacobs in motion. Hand off to Jalen Jones, who slips and falls down.
Lost his footing when he went to make that cut. Put that foot in the ground and gave way in the turf. Had a little bit of a hole there, too.
Yep, trying to make that cut. If he didn't get out from under him. So second and long for the Timberwolves. And calling a whistle here.
Somebody they're getting Javon Hunter out of the game. Not sure what. Might have been an equipment issue. So he leaves. Jalen Lawson checks in.
Jacobs fakes the handoff, hits his brother Trevor for the catch about 7 yards downfield.
Like to see more of that out of Chiles with their play calling here. Do some things, build that confidence back up. Rough week last week in not very good conditions for passing. 6 of 18 is what Taylor Jacobs ended up last week, but neither quarterback was able to navigate those conditions very well at Cox, where we had steady rain the entire game.
So third down here for the Timberwolves. Jacobs fakes the handoff, then hands it off to Trevor Jacobs. Heck of a job there by the Cougars. Gain of about a yard, maybe a little bit less, but
we don't have a 32 on our roster, but he's the one who made that play, and he really made a good play. When that ball was handed off, there was a lot of room out there.
Yeah, heck of a job by the mystery man, number 32 for the Cougars. Bring up a fourth down.
I really thought when he got that ball, Trevor Jacobs was going to have all kinds of room to run.
The dangerous Tylen Vickers awaits the punt. Vickers lets the ball bounce. And this is getting Timberwolves bounce inside the 5-yard line to the 4.
He's got to be a little more aggressive coming up. Even if you have to call a fair catch, come up and just make that catch.
When we come back from break, we'll see the Timberwolves on offense once again. It's Friday Night Rivals. So Godby takes over. 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Chambers looking for the deep ball. Great adjustment and catch.
Jamaron Simmons again.
So balled out to the 47-yard line of the Timberwolves. Chambers, Simmons, deep ball strikes. Been effective so far in the first quarter for them.
Twice now they've had their backs up against the goal line and gotten away with the long ball. And Simmons averaging 19.1 yards per catch on the season, and he's got 2 catches tonight for probably close to 100 yards already.
42 on that one. 1st and 10. Chambers hands the ball off. Still on his feet with the run is Kason Clark. Get about a 5-yard gain on that one.
Been the 2 big plays so far. Other than that, the Chiles defense has been rather stout. See Bryson Floyd out there, number 7. We didn't see him 2 weeks ago when we had the Chiles game. He was out with the hand injury, and you see when you see him out there, you'll see the heavily taped up hand. We saw Coach Reagan's taping that up for him before the game.
In his return game last week, 12 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss for Bryson Floyd.
See him right there, number 7, right about the 45-yard line, 44-yard line.
And, oh, there it is. Good look at
Coach Reagan's taping that thing up for him. Asked him if he taped it like he learned from Randy Orvitz and care and prevention of athletic injuries back when we were at FSU. You know it. So I hope Randy's watching.
Look at that club he's got there. Jeez.
Well, last week he started off with one sort of wrap, whatever you want to call that. I don't know if you call it a cast, but then they ended up modifying it as the game went along. Playing through that. We saw him 2 weeks ago here in the rain. They had big plastic bag over the hand.
I think Alex has some more to tell us about that. Alex?
Yeah, guys, I talked to Coach Holston about Lazarius Chambers, and he said that he is an absolute stud. He's a Power 4 guy. He is so thankful that he's been able to have him here in year one, leading this team as the quarterback. He said he's such a great commander of the offense on the field, and he's just fortunate to have him, and you can see his talent out here tonight.
You sure can. 2nd and 5. Chambers fakes the run, pitches out. That's going to be a first down and more. Ball carrier gets inside the 30-yard line and continues to get down. Let's see where they're going to mark this ball, but a huge explosive play there by Cason Clark.
Cason Clark did a good job on that. Blanton Revel committed to coming upfield at him, and Clark was just able to beat him to the corner. You see him break a tackle there before finally getting taken down, but it's a good job running. Good job by Chambers on the pitch, too, but a good job running there by Cason Clark.
Able to get the ball inside the Esposito Lawn and Garden Center red zone. Esposito is the area's most progressive garden center. Well,
come back.
And it is going to come back.
I did not see the flag on that one.
Yeah, I can see it now right about the 38-yard line, but I did not see it.
So it's going to be a spot of the foul.
Flag on the play. Holding. Offense.
Is going to negate the first down. We'll replay the down, so it's 2nd and 5.
Chambers looking to go deep down the field and incomplete.
Going to Tyler Vickers there, but good coverage by Emerson McNeely. Vickers was looking over the inside shoulder for it, but it was outside shoulder and out of bounds. So no chance for him to make the catch. And that actually might not have been the worst throw that Chambers could make there with the coverage that McNeely had on it. To throw that one inside shoulder, McNeely might be able to reach up and snag it for the INT.
So 3rd and 5 from the Chiles 48-yard line.
It's going to be offsides on Chiles. Drew him offsides, and I don't know if that's going to get him the first down, but if not, it's going to be very, very close. Looks like it's 3rd and just a little more than 5. So I think they're going to have 3rd and less than 1 here after they mark this penalty off. Usually it's the Chiles opponents we see jumping off sides on defense.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's going to be about 3rd and a half a yard. Spot that at the 43 and a half. The marker is at the 43. Not even the 43 and a half, so it's less than a half yard to go.
Chambers with Cason Clark in the backfield in the pistol formation. Chambers trying to get the hard count to draw him off. He comes up under center. Going to hand it to Clark. Clark gets through. Yep, going to be first down for the Cougars.
Just got to keep power in there, keep the legs pumping.
Of Timberwolves. 1st and 10.
Your line gets you the line of scrimmage in that situation. They get any kind of push at all, it's up to the back from there, and you see those legs continue to churn as he feels contact and falls forward for about 2 yards to give him the first down.
Chambers. Little flag coming down. Is that a flag?
Yeah, that's going to be a hold on Godby, so they'll bring that one back and march it back 10 yards.
Put the ball in the hands of Damaris Bunyan, who's a dangerous weapon for the Cougars, but
we've seen Trent Strozier the last couple of weeks be a bit of a disruptive force in the interior of that defensive line. They actually called him for a chop, and I think it was Strozier that got chopped in there. Chop block, you can't engage the defender low if somebody else is engaged up high with him. And where that flag came out, you saw pile in the middle of the field, and that was the chop block that they ended up calling. So that's going to be 15 instead of 10.
Ball goes all the way back to the 44-yard line. Godby 44. Chambers, low snap. Feeling some pressure, rolls to his right. Looks like he's going to keep the ball himself, try to get around the defender, gets right about midfield and wisely heads out of bounds.
There's a flag down. Trotman got held, almost got his jersey taken off him there, but I don't think that's what the flag is for. I think the flag is going to be on Godby for either lining up offsides or some kind of illegal shift or motion. No, they did call the hold. You don't usually see a hold come from one of the line judge or the side judge, but that's where that flag came from. And like I said, Trotman about got his jersey pulled off of him. And there you see it right there.
There it is. Good call.
Yeah, it is. There you see the flag come out. He's not usually the one that will drop that flag. It's usually going to come from the referee or the umpire. But that was a very, very blatant hold.
So first and extremely long here for
35.
Cougars.
First and 35.
Chambers. Oh, the ball's out again.
Oh, my God.
You know, and looks like Kason Clark ended up recovering it.
That's the third time.
Chambers saw something he didn't like. He tried to, I don't know if he was making some sort of side adjust or just checking into a different play there. But he just didn't get that handoff cleanly to Kason Clark. Clark was able to come up with the recovery.
This may be the last play of the first quarter. Second and long. Low snap again. Chambers able to get it. Fires the ball midfield. Catch. Great hands.
Nope.
No?
Came out.
Well, I take it back then. Not great hands and not the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's a tough catch to make. And when he came down, the ball popped out. And I don't think he ever had control of it before he came down and had it come out. Yeah, never controlled it. And there you see the ball on the turf. You don't have a whole lot of plays in your playbook for 3rd and 35. We've actually seen some 30. I think we've had a 32-yard conversion and a 33-yard. I think one was third, one was second down this year.
Third and extremely long. Pass going to be incomplete. And that will bring up the end of the first quarter. We'll go ahead and send it to break. We'll see you when we come back for the start of the second quarter. It's the Barineau Heating and Air Friday Night Rivals presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency. Welcome back to Chiles High School, Tallahassee, Florida. Ben Cinco, Eric Llewellyn up in the booth. Alex DeCapua on the sideline. Alex.
Guys, you can see these awesome fans behind me of Chiles, and I talked to head coach Bill Reagans about what these fans bring to the program. He said they come out of the woodworks. It's not just families, friends, it's everybody, neighbors, the whole community gets involved. But what we got to do now, we have to win some games for them because they show out every single week for us, and it's time for us to show out for them, win our first home game of the season.
All right, thank you, Alex. We've seen Emily, our past sideline reporter in the past, you know, get up into these fans and do some things. Maybe you should get up there too. Maybe see on top of a cheerleader pyramid. I don't know. Who knows? Don't be afraid to mix it up with some of these people, you know. So fair catch. Very good starting field position for the Timberwolves.
Don't listen to him, Alex. You do you.
Chiles going to get the ball at their own 42-yard line.
Chiles defense doing its job. Godby's defense doing its job as well, including that big goal line stand in the early part. And not offsides there, huh?
Jacobs fires the ball, trying to get to Trevor Jacobs. Incomplete, down a little bit low. Seems like the games we've seen, and this is our third now, that those two just haven't had that connection that we kind of saw last year that they had, Eric.
Well, in the first 2 games of the season, Jacobs put up some very good numbers. But yeah, there's just something has seemed off with him the last couple of weeks. That's why I talked about trying to do some things to build up that confidence, get it back for him. And again, last week, tough conditions with the rain the way it was. Both quarterbacks suffered in that.
Jalen Jones takes the handoff, big hole, scampering downfield, gets just shy of midfield. We'll bring up a 3rd down from there.
That's why I continue to think that downhill running game, Jalen Jones, Gerald Clark, in between the tackles is such an important thing for them to get Taylor Jacobs going again. That'll back teams off the line of scrimmage, give Taylor Jacobs a little bit of room to work with.
Jeremiah Cadet checks in to play running back next to Taylor Jacobs on this 3rd down play. Jacobs rolls to his right, looking for a receiver, fires the ball downfield. That's going to be intercepted. A huge Cougar play.
Really telegraphed that one.
Yeah, Devin Anderson was reading his eyes as he rolled out.
Rolls against his body, and you see him really just focused in on Thomas Matthews there. And you do have a Godby player down at about the 43-yard line.
That's Devin Anderson's 3rd interception of the season.
That's one of the things, you can't just stare down a receiver like that, especially when you're coming out of the pocket and you're moving the whole way and really just staring that guy down. You're giving the whole defense a good look at where you're going there. You're going to have to look him off, look some other places, and try to make sure the defense can't just focus in on that one place as well.
That's Amari Jones trying to walk it off. Coach John Holston there with him.
Jacobs had 5 interceptions the last 2 weeks combined, and now he's got 1 already here today. I do like the getting him out of the pocket, giving him options when he gets out, because he can make a lot happen with his legs. But he's just got to do a better job of not staring down a receiver.
So the Cougars come out, taking over at their own 29-yard line. 3 receivers, 1 back for Lazarus Chambers. Chambers fakes the handoff to Bentley, rolls, fires the ball. Going to be tipped away, knocked down once again by Trotman. Trotman making some big impact plays this ball game so far. Great look at him swatting that ball down.
Start looking at the defensive end like that. One of the things you've got to do, you've got to contain. You've got to make sure Chambers doesn't get outside of you, so you don't always want to just charge downfield. In that case, he's able to make a play with his hands instead of trying to make one with his feet to get to the quarterback. By hanging back, keeping contained, he's able to use that long frame to get the hands up and tip that ball away.
2nd down pass play complete to Tylen Vickers. Spot that. About 3 yards to go on this 3rd down play. So 3rd down for Godby. Chambers. Complete to Vickers for a Cougars 1st down.
Pass complete.
It's a good route there by Tylen Vickers. Sold it that he was going a lot further than he was, and then he stopped on that, didn't telegraph the stop was coming up, and ended up open because of it.
That play good for a Flooring America 1st down. Flooring America, where friends send friends. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 46-yard line. No score. Less than 10 minutes to go in this 1st half. Fake the handoff. We've got a pitch. Bunyan trying to get around the edge and gets right back to about the original line of scrimmage.
And Sean Douglas did a good job on that play. slowing down that run, stretching it out, and then Bryson Floyd was able to come over and make the stop. You see Douglas kind of stretching it out after Floyd originally. They'd gotten outside of him, and then Floyd was able to come in behind Douglas and make the tackle.
Yeah, Damaris Bunyan has been a huge weapon for this Cougars offense on the season. Only a sophomore. He's made some big plays, both catching and running with the ball. Good job by Chiles to bottle him up. 2nd down and 10. Chambers firing the ball deep, trying to get the Vickers. Over shoulder catch.
Wow.
1st down for the Cougars. It's Highland
Big
Vickers.
play hookup between those two. Another one, he just drops right in there.
Great concentration ball at the 19-yard line into the Esposito's lawn and garden center red zone.
I really hate to fawn over one or the other on that play because they both did such a good job. The quarterback Chambers and then the receiver Vickers. That's a tough throw. It's a tough catch, and they both executed it wonderfully. They're going to get Godby for a false start.
So 1st and 15 at the 14. Let's see. Yeah, about the 14-yard line. Or 1st and I guess less than that. They went half the distance on the assessment there. Takes the handoff. Chambers sees receiver, throws just behind him. Nice coverage there by LaShawn Douglas on Damaris Bunyan.
Wade Bush, offensive lineman, getting up slow there. Don't see him leaving the field, though. One of their starting guards. He got tangled up with Chambers there on that throw. Stay in, however. Right guard, number 50.
All right, 2nd down. Chambers sees receiver, hits receiver, catch, and still on his feet.
Vickers again, slant.
Taken down by a pack of Timberwolves.
Put him into a 3rd and short.
It's a good look at it.
3rd and about 3.
Vickers does a heck of a job getting out of that tackle. Ball now at about the 12-yard line. 3rd down. Bentley gets stacked up in the backfield. Once again, Hunter Trotman making a play.
Hunter Trotman in a pack of Timberwolves.
Well, that's a good job clogging up the middle there by Trent Strozier and Jordell Lewis, the 2 interior guys.
Brings a 4th down.
So 4th down. Cougars going to keep the offense on the field.
Chiles needs to watch for the hard count here.
Godby with the big set out there. 1 receiver, 1 back. Chambers trying to get to the receiver. Up and caught. Touchdown, Godby.
Great adjustment by Jamarin Simmons.
Flag comes out. Looked like it came after the touchdown. Let's see what the officials had to say about this.
Looked like he was looking at Bill Reagans. I don't know if that's an indication of asking him what they want to do, or if that's him telling him it's on his team. Still no signal yet from the officials. Godby.
So they're called dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct on Godby. So touchdown counts.
That's after the play.
So right now, the officials coming back down here. They're keeping, Cougars keeping their offense on the field.
Well, I think they're planning to go for 2 here, but that's going to change. Well, it may not change once they walk off the penalty, because it's going to be a hefty one.
James Barrios Nicholas is their kicker. Only has one field goal on the season along a 37.
Well, and that extra point, if you're kicking it there, is going to be about 35.
Yep. So they will be going for two backs in the backfield.
And now Godby calls timeout, and I think they want to talk this over.
Timeout, Godby.
We'll go ahead and send it to break. When we come back, we'll have the conversion attempt. Cougars lead this one 6-0. It's the Barineau Heating Air Friday Night Rivals presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency. Back at Chiles Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida, Godby just scored a touchdown. Getting ready to go for two. Let's go ahead and get a look at that touchdown. Chambers to Simmons. Simmons, great job jumping up, bringing that ball in for 6 for the Cougars. Okay, so Godby's actually going to kick this ball. It is up, end over end kick, up and good. So the long extra point kick by James Barrios Nicholas is good. 7-0's our score. Let's go ahead and send it down to Alex DeCapua. Alex.
Guys, I talked to head coach Holston about his wide receiver, Tylen Vickers, and he said it's the same word he uses for his quarterback, stud. He said he really needs to get him working more in this game here tonight. He said the whole season he hasn't got him working the way that he wants him to, but they've worked really hard on that quarterback-receiver connection, and he's got to be pleased with what he's seen from him tonight. 3 big catches in that drive.
Yeah, a lot of studs on this Cougars offense, including Jamarin Simmons, who brought that ball in for Godby's first score of the ball game. So 7-0 Cougars, 6:31 to go in the second quarter. And here's the shoebox kickoff. End over end short kick. Going to be caught by one of the up men, about the 25. Dives ahead right about the 35, 36 yard line. That's where the Timberwolves will take over on this drive. No points yet on offense. Good look at Jeremiah Cadet with the return. And looks like there's a timeout called on the field. A little water break. We'll go ahead and take a water break as well. 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Your score, Godby 7, Chiles 0 on the FNR. Stay tuned for the Stubbs Roofing and Gutters halftime report. We'll have this week's Werner Hyundai and Werner Kia Scholar athletes. We'll also talk with tonight's participating school administrators, plus Thursday nights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country. All coming up in the Stubbs Roofing and Gutters halftime report. Stubbs Roofing and Gutters, your shelter through the storm.
Well, a couple of things here with Chiles. It's an opportunity for their offense to answer, and they really need to answer. One, find themselves down. They haven't been able to really put together much offensively tonight. And two, they need to give their defense a little bit of break. Their defense has been on the field what feels like most of the game to this point.
Cadet and Jones in the backfield next to Jacobs. That's Cadet on the carry, the smaller back. Dives ahead, gain of 5 for Chiles. I don't believe we've seen Gerald Clark yet tonight.
Not seen Gerald Clark yet tonight. I don't think we've seen him in the game at all. I haven't seen 35 out there. And I see 35 now on the I see a 35 now on the sidelines with no pads on.
Okay. So there we go. Yep. Good eyes, Eric. They want to have the services of Gerald Clark tonight, one of their big running backs. Cadet goes in motion, fakes the handoff, pass complete to Cadet.
It's actually Trevor Jacobs. Flag in late, right as it's Trevor Jacobs, 21. It's maybe a face mask. Yep. Personal foul face mask. And that's a big penalty for Chiles.
Face mask.
Got to get tacked on to the end of the play. It's a big catch for Trevor Jacobs. I talked about Taylor last week, and Trevor had a rough game as well. I think 3 or 4 drops. Again, tough conditions, wet, rain the whole game. But good to see them hook up like that for an effective play. And then Obviously, that helps the offense quite a bit when you get 15 there at the end.
Ball comes all the way out to the Cougars' 41-yard line. That's where Chiles will start after the penalty. Jones. Great job there by Godby, stuffing him in the backfield. Trent Rogers on the tackle.
Number 38, Jalen Jones on the carry.
Yeah, that's a good job by the interior of that line, and then the linebackers filling in behind them.
And the officials blowing a whistle.
Issue, I think, there with Jalen Jones.
Jones checks out. Cadet checks in. Second down. Jacobs. Cadet.
Number 20, Jeremiah Cadet on the carry.
Falls ahead. Gain about 4 on that play.
It's a bit of a change up from Jalen Jones going to Cadet, smaller back. Got good quickness there. You saw that first step, that first plant and cut that he made in the backfield there to evade a tackler. Ended up turning what could have been a negative yardage play to a 3-yard gain.
So third down from the 38-yard line of Godby. Jacobs. Cadet. And going to lose a yard.
Pass complete to number 20, Jeremiah Cadet.
Mari Jones got just enough of Cadet to drop him there for a little bit of a loss. Now, what do you do if you're Chiles? 4th and 8.
Looks like the answer is punt the ball away. Liam Delaney comes on.
In the punt for Chiles. Number
Tylen
36,
Vickers back
Liam
deep to return.
Delaney.
Kick.
That ball nose down and try to drop it in there.
Fair catch for Vickers about the 11-yard line.
Good job there by Vickers this time coming in and making that catch and not getting that extra 20 yards that he gave up last time.
During the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Barineau Heating and Air Player of the Game. Barineau Heating and Air, we will always be there for you. So Godby will take over deep in their own territory. 3:14 to go in the second quarter. Chambers fires the ball, caught. Not a lot of yards there, but it's progress upfield. R.J. Perryman with the catch. It's a little bit further upfield than I thought when I initially saw it, about to the 18-yard line. Clock continues to roll. Handoff up the middle, diving through the line.
Just shy.
Cason Clark with the run. Talk about how important Lazarus Chambers is. He's done a lot using his arm on the season. He's also their leading rusher. Haven't seen him really run it tonight, but coming in 151 yards on the ground. Clark only 99 yards on the season coming in tonight's ball game.
Keeps dropping those 30 and 40-yard passes right over his receiver's shoulder downfield. I don't know if I want him running.
Okay. The pitch going outside and getting a first down, still on his feet. Right about the 28-yard line.
Old school option there.
Cason Clark doing a great job getting the Cougars there, flooring America first down. Move those chains. First and 10. Chambers feeling pressure, steps up, looking downfield. Still on his feet and can be bobbled up.
Sack made by a pack of Timberwolves.
Great job there by Chiles. Ultimately able to stifle him so he couldn't get the ball off. Chambers is elusive, but as you'll see here, heck of a job there.
Yeah, it's Jordell Lewis that's going to end up getting credit for that sack, but It was really, I think, with the initial pressure, Cameron Montez who makes that play happen. Coming from the right end spot, getting that initial pressure on Chambers, flushing him out of the pocket.
Less than a minute to go in this second quarter. Second and long for the Cougars. Chambers feeling the pressure, avoided so far, and complete.
Incomplete pass.
Trying to get that to Jamarin Simmons. Ooh, almost able to pull that in.
Wow, spectacular catch.
Simmons, the leading receiver for this Cougars team, 286 yards on 15 catches, 2 touchdowns.
If you're Godby, if you throw this one, you run the risk of the incomplete pass and having to come out there and punt. Chiles still has 3 timeouts, so no matter what you do here, Chiles is going to be able to stop the clock.
Chambers steps up in the pocket, gets hit, fires the ball downfield. It is caught short of the first down, but the clock will now stop with a timeout.
Stop made by number 16, Blanton Rebel.
Blanton Rebel making the tackle about the 34-yard line of Godby. It'll be 4th down from there. Get a good look at Chambers stepping up, avoiding the rushers. Tylen Vickers coming away with the ball. So after this game, if you're a Cougars fan, you're looking forward to a district game versus Baker County. Baker County 2-1 so far on the season. Next week for you Timberwolves fans, playing Fort White.
Is Godby going to, looks like they're going to go for this. Some interesting.
Yeah, perhaps we'll see the play of the game result out of this if they go for it. Near the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Barineau Heating and Air play of the game. Barineau Heating and Air, we will always be there for you. So offense stays on the field. 4th down at their own 34. Chambers firing the ball deep, has Simmons open and caught.
Wow.
Huge play. 39-yard line of the Timberwolves, 38-yard line. Wow. Jamarin Simmons, Lazarus Chambers. He's got some great touch on those deep balls.
It's an interesting choice, but obviously it worked out for Godby here. Now they're in a spot where maybe they can score. They're going to spike the ball.
13 seconds now on the play. Let's go ahead and get a look at a replay on that huge 4th down for the Cougars. Ball, great grab. Perfect placement.
Kept control of it when he went to the ground. Great job there by Simmons. Not a lot of clock to work with here for Godby.
Looks like they're checking on Simmons' arms there.
Yeah, I think he got the wind knocked out of him probably when he hit the ground.
So 13 seconds to go.
Arms extended there and might have came down on the rib cage and knock the wind out of you sometimes.
And whistle blown.
All start Godby.
So Godby looking to put some points on the board before the end of the half. Chambers got some pressure, steps up and brought down hard.
Trenton Strozier gets the sack.
Couple of
pressure coming in there by Bryson Floyd, delayed blitz. We saw him pick up a sack on the delayed blitz at one point last week.
And that will end the half. Alex is going to be getting with Godby head coach John Holston. We'll send it to her when she's ready. But a huge play for the Timberwolves to end the first half. And Alex DeCapua downstairs with head coach John Holston. Go ahead, Alex.
Coach, we talked about that power 4 quality that your quarterback possesses. What have you seen from him tonight in the first half?
He holding on the ball a little too long right now for my liking. He has some good protection. Sometimes he got a little antsy, so we're trying to get him to calm down and just make the right reads and get the ball out.
The discipline you wanted to see from your defense, holding this Child's offense completely scoreless here in the first half. What have you liked from them?
defense been playing lights out right now. We got to keep it up, stay disciplined and stay hungry. Don't let them get into the game right now.
See you in the second half, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Coach Holston. We'll go ahead and send it to break. We'll come back with the Werner Hyundai, actually the Stubbs Roofing and Gutters halftime report is the Barineau Heating and Air Friday Night Rivals on NBC 40.
Hi, my name is Kamar Edwards. I'm the new car sales manager here at Werner Hyundai. We're proud to be part of this community, and we're proud to present the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athlete is Emily Johnson. Emily has a 4.59 GPA and is a member of the girls varsity golf team. She is number 10 in her class, the founder and president of Chiles' Philosophy Club, and is a member of 3 National Honor Societies. Congratulations, Emily.
Hi, I'm Paul, General Manager of Warner Kia. We are proud to be part of this community, and we're proud to introduce the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athlete is Amari Jones. Amari has a 4.05 GPA and is a 3-year starter on the varsity football team. He is also on the baseball team, is enrolled in honors classes, and volunteers in his free time. Congratulations, Amari.
Here with Godby Principal Desmond Cole. Principal Cole, what is it like to be down here, Friday Night Rivals, first one of the season?
We are excited. We've done this before, and it's always an exciting time to be out here. Friday Night Lights. Our coaches are ready, and our kids are chomping at the bit to get started tonight.
You got to Godby in 2017. You've had numerous head coaches. What have you seen from Coach Holston in his first year?
Passion, energy, just the relentless pursuit to just be great and be excellent in every snap, in every play, in every practice. He is a go-getter and wants to be just great at everything, and he wants our kids to be great at everything as well.
Now, second season with your own home turf field. What has that been like for the entire student body?
It's been a game changer for us, not only for football, but for all of our athletic sports, from flag football to soccer. It's been a true game changer for our Godby community.
And speaking of Tallahassee community, in April you had some tough flooding take over. You had to redo some buildings. What's that facelift look like, and what's the support from the community been?
The facelift has been great. We've gotten new flooring, new baseboards, huge paint jobs around our campus, those buildings that were impacted. Our campus looks amazing. It really, really does. The community came in big time for us and just asked us almost every single day as we were going through that turmoil what they could do to support. And they put their money where their mouth was, and it's been just a real show of community support and effort from our Godby community and for our Tallahassee community at large.
Principal Desmond Cole, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm out here at Barineau Heating and Air with Patrick. And Patrick, you guys have been involved with Friday Night Rivals since the beginning. What is it about this partnership that keeps you guys coming back?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that we can be in front of our local schools, local families, and support what high school football brings to our community, it's a win-win. And us being a local company with local employees, we have kids that go to these schools. It just makes perfect sense.
Let's build on that a little bit, because I know as a parent you have students in high school athletics. Why is it important for the community to be involved?
Yeah, so with most schools, it's hard to raise all the money and funding that schools, need to support their sports. And, this is just a small way for us to give back to those schools.
And let's talk about that local business aspect. Why is that important for customers to know you guys have been in this community for a long time now?
Yeah, so when you deal with local companies, the owners are local, the employees are local, it keeps everything local. So, there's a lot of options when it comes to air conditioning, but there's very few that are true Tallahassee local.
Well, thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm down here with Principal Burgess. Principal, what is it like to have Friday Night Rivals here highlighting your school? What does it do for the student body, the morale, the fans?
Well, it's a big time, first of all, to have the school showcase, both our school and the other school, in this case, Godby High School. Go Cougars, go Timberwolves. It's really important for them to know being a part of sports, being a part of programs. It's all about Friday nights, right? It brings the community together, and so we love having that. I mean, it's a beautiful atmosphere. Where else would you want to be on a Friday night?
Exactly, and you've got homecoming next week. This is a great prequel to that. What's it like being at home right now, building everybody up?
Well, I mean, homecoming is a long week, right? I mean, there's lots of activities. The kids are excited. Of course, it's a pep rally. Lots of energy, lots of funny events that we have there, but it's just a time for everybody to come together. Of course, it's homecoming, so we'll have some graduates. We'll have other families that'll come back in. We'll have the crowning of our homecoming king and homecoming queen. It's a big deal, large traditions, and we have a dance to end the week.
Seniors in the band and cheerleading on this football team, and really just throughout the student body, you know, what can you say about what they've done here these last 4 years?
First of all, it's been the commitment to excellence, right? The commitment of time. When I've been up here during the summers and we're putting together everything to get the school year started, those students are up here. Their sacrifices, they're making their commitments all year long, and they're upholding the expectations that we have for them. So just getting them to see come through this journey and getting a chance to watch them go across the stage and accept their diploma, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful to watch them grow up.
Principal Burgess, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and I want to give a shout out to my wife, Shannon, my kids, Alana and Micah, and of course my family in Mount Pleasant, Florida. Shout out to Old Spitz Farm Road, and so it's great as community, and we just love everybody out there. Go T-Wolves.
I'm out here with David Odom at Consolidated Dispatch Agency. Now, David, what is Consolidated Dispatch Agency?
Yes, ma'am. We are your 911 emergency communications center for the city of Tallahassee and for Leon County.
And we are standing right now on the operations floor. It really does take a whole team here.
Absolutely. It takes a group of dedicated individuals who have a servant's heart, who just want to serve this community and provide resources to this community when they are in need.
And you guys are the first point of contact when people call 911. Tell me about the different partners then.
Yeah, absolutely. We are one of the partners here for the public safety in this community, and we work with the Leon County Sheriff's Office, City of Tallahassee Police Department, Leon County EMS, and the City of Tallahassee Fire Department. And it takes all of us as a team to provide the resources and to get out and try to help this community when they're in need.
Yeah, and you mentioned community. It really is a community here, but you guys are also very involved with the community, like Friday Night Rivals. Why was that important?
Yeah, it's important for us because not only do we serve this community, we're part of this community. We have our own staff members out of those Friday night football games, and we just enjoy being part of this community, being out and serving what we do.
You guys serve this community. What can the community do to get involved with your team?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you come and visit with us and see how we do serve this community and be part of it and join our team. Love to have you.
Well, thank you so much, David.
Absolutely. We look forward to being part of Friday Night Rivals. Go team.
Hi everyone, I'm out here at Stubbs Roofing with Cindy. And Cindy, when I think of this time of year, I immediately think of football season, but it's still storm season and it's really ramping up. So what reminders do you have for families?
Yes, Emily. So storm season has begun, and even though we haven't had severe weather, we may still get some this year. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of our free inspections. And it's important to have inspections done regularly to prevent any issues from causing major damage. It's important to make sure that our families are protected, that our roofs are secure in good conditions. When we do come out, we are always transparent about what really needs to get done.
And that is something that really sets you guys apart, is the transparency with clients. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, so we are completely honest with our clients. We, let them know if, repairs are necessary or if, it's time for a new roof. But we don't just try to, sell them a repair. We understand that's more than a house. It's a home where, families are growing together.
And families are probably at home right now watching Friday Night Rivals, and so happy that you guys are participating this year. What inspired you guys to participate?
Well, really, we just love to be part of the community, to give back. The community has always supported us as a company, and so we just really want to give back to them.
Well, thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Emily.
On behalf of Barineau Heating and Air Conditioning, we're proud to present this check to Godby High School for their academics and athletics.
All right, we are back from the campus of Lawton Chiles High School in Tallahassee, Florida. Your score: Godby 7, Chiles 0. Ben Cinco, Eric Llewellyn. Emily DeCapua is down on the field also. We'll get down to her after kickoff. She can recap what Chiles head coach Bill Reagan's had to say. Alex, right? My bad. Alex DeCapua. All right, so Godby getting ready to kick off, up 7-0 in this ball game. And here's the shoebox kickoff. The shoebox, home of the Happy Feet. End over end, going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. It's got some space, but well, still spun out of it, able to get all the way out to the 30-yard line. Heck of a job by Matthews. Let's go ahead and send it down to Alex. Alex, what did Coach have to say?
Well, guys, he told me there wasn't too much to love there that first half. He said it was his offense, defense, and special teams. All of it needed to be cleaned up. I asked him what specifically he wanted to get working on offense. He said, I need my quarterback to be protected better, and I need him to find open receivers. If we can do that, we'll be good. He said his message in the locker room was to just keep everybody calm, focus up, and play our game.
Thank you, Alex. 1st and 10 for Chiles. Going fast, trying to get the ball to Bundridge, but not able to pull the ball in. Falls incomplete.
Protect the quarterback, and you have those quick throws like that. They're high percentage throws, but you've got to complete the play. You've got to make the catch. That time, Taylor Jacobs put it right on the hands. Bundridge just couldn't haul it in.
It's kind of weird having two receivers like right there at the same spot. So I don't know
sure if that's a mix up there on the routes that two guys thought they were supposed to be on or what.
2nd down, we've got the handoff to Cadet. Cadet dives ahead, gain of about a yard on the play, bring a 3rd down and 9 from there. Cadet and Jalen Jones have been the two main ball carriers for Chiles tonight. We mentioned earlier it looks like Gerald Clark not playing in the ball game tonight. Jacobs almost loses handle on the ball, decides to keep it, and gets a 1st down, dives ahead for an extra 4. Huge play for the Timberwolves.
Well, broken play there, but a good job by Taylor Jacobs. Bobbled snap, but he makes something happen on it, gets him a 1st down. Snap was a little bit low, and there you saw the bobble before he just tucked it and ran. He can get the job done with his legs. I feel like we've seen him run less this year than we did last year. But he can he's definitely a talented runner when he does decide to tuck it and go.
Our first Anderson and Hart 1st down of the 2nd half. Handoff. Jones keeps his feet, gets past midfield, 40. Down to the 30, still going. Dives down to the 25-yard line. Heck of a run. Jalen Jones.
Just a good power run there by Jones. Get it. Good hole. Then he breaks a couple of tackles, gets some free space, and then you see him just keep the legs churning and drag a tackler there. Actually met him head up and pushed him backwards before dragging him another 5-6 yards, and then fell forward for about 4 or 5 more after additional contact came.
34 yards on the carry for Jalen Jones. 1st and 10 Timberwolves. Fakes the handoff, fakes it again, keeps the ball, but is brought down hard. Huge play for the Cougars. That time, Jalen Lawson with the tackle for the sack in the backfield.
There's a lot going on there, and there's a lot of time that's needed. And 41 there for Godby. Jalen Lawson just gets free and gets into the backfield and disrupts things. It's just a play that takes a long time to develop. You can't let a guy get up the field from that defense if you're going to want to see the payoff on that play.
After the loss, we have a 2nd and 15. Jalen Jones with the handoff. Dives ahead to about the 29-yard line.
Michael Lundy there, 75 on the offensive line, doing a good job finishing off a block at the end of that play. Coaching staff, you like to see that thing. See plays executed like that by a player. just know that they're playing to the whistle, especially on a night when things haven't really been going your way.
Third down, Jacobs rolls to his right, keeps the ball going back the other way, and makes the commitment to head upfield, still on his feet, gonna be big play here, and it is a touchdown for Chiles.
Wow. Well, we've got an injured Chiles player back at about the 30-yard line, but what a play there by Taylor Jacobs. Talked about his talent as a runner. You really see it there, as he made not only something out of nothing, but he makes a touchdown out of absolutely nothing there with about 4 or 5 really, really nice moves. I haven't really caught a number on who that is down on the field for Chiles right now.
He's back up on his feet, and he's heading back for the, well, he wants to go back for the conversion. He can't. He's got to come out.
It's Michael Lundy, who I was just talking about the play before.
So good to see he's up. Great job by Taylor Jacobs running the ball in for the first points on the board for the Timberwolves tonight. Hagan Purdue on for the extra point. Kick is up. And no good. No good. Ooh. We'll go ahead and send it to break. We'll talk about that. Godby 7, Chiles 6 on Barineau Heating and Air Friday Night Rivals.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by Awards for You. Encourage, recognize, celebrate.
Chiles High School, Tallahassee, Florida. Chiles getting ready to kick off after the long Taylor Jacobs Jr. touchdown run. Extra point was no good.
And going back to that first 2 games of the season for Chiles, when they put up 62 points, Taylor Jacobs had 93 yards rushing. Last 2 games, 27 yards rushing, when they were only able to manage 21 total points.
Delaney's kickoff going to be fielded by Simmons. Not able to avoid the tackler. Gets taken down about the 16-yard line. That's where Godby will start.
Tackle there by Ben Hunt. You see it. Well, good answer by Chiles coming out of the locker room. On the legs of Taylor Jacobs Jr. Now we'll see what Godby's offense can do.
I liked head coach John Holston's candor when he talked to Alex heading into the half, talking about his quarterback maybe holding on to the ball a little bit too long. We'll see if he makes that adjustment. He's keeping the ball right here, heading around the edge, going to get a first down and more, showing off those legs.
Yeah, and I think they may get 15. No, I don't see a flag. I thought the hit was a little bit out of bounds there. Chambers leading rusher for Godby coming into the game, but we haven't seen him use the legs a whole lot tonight. But a good run there. Yeah, I thought that probably should have been a penalty, but they didn't throw the flag.
It's hard to tell if there was a hit there or not from that angle.
Well, I think I think he dove and caught an ankle there.
Oh.
I think there's enough contact, and that's far enough out of bounds that they probably should have tossed the flag.
So another big first down run there. That was Cason Clark.
Flag down from way, way, way downfield. Something that happened there at the end of the play. It's the back judge that threw it. And he threw that flag probably 20 yards downfield from the end of the play. They're going to get a hold on Godby.
Interesting that he called that from back there.
Well, I guess it was at the end of the play there.
Let's get a look here.
Never saw it.
Yep.
Didn't really see anything near the runner. Right when he got through the line of scrimmage, there was something there that I thought maybe could have been called, but it wouldn't be. I just don't see how. But the guy who's 30 yards past the line of scrimmage is making the call.
Had to have been downfield, because where they spotted the ball, it's still 1st and 8. So
yeah, but I didn't see anybody engaged with a defender at that point on the field. So not sure where that penalty came from.
So Chambers able to get the ball downfield. They'll mark it just a couple yards shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 2, right about the 30-yard line. 4 receivers, 1 back for the Cougars. Chambers going to hand the ball off. Able to get the first down and about 3 or 4 more yards. That's Casey Clark once again.
Such a slow developing play. I thought it was going to end badly for Godby, but Casey Clark does a good job. Again, keep those legs going. That's exactly what Clark did in that case to get them the first down.
Play good for an Anderson and Hart. First down to Anderson and Hart, because you matter. Chambers dropped the ball again.
And Clark right there to recover the drop snap.
It's got to be.
I thought looked like he was saying that ball needs to be up. There's nothing wrong with that snap. That's just taking his eye off of that ball before he gets it in his hands. You could even see him there in that replay. You see him look up. He must have had some sort of read on the end to his left, and it looked like he was just looking away from the ball to see what that end was doing before he made his read.
And that's 4 times tonight he's put the ball on the ground. Luckily for Godby, they've been able to recover all 4 of those. Fakes the handoff, hits Vickers. Vickers dives ahead. Going to be just short of the first down.
After the slant, we've seen him hit a couple of those. My favorite route in football.
So Vickers still down. Get a good look here.
Throw a little high, but Vickers does a good job hauling it in. You're going to take a look at Vickers. Saw him earlier. We thought maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. See, he came down hard on that right side. And I don't remember whether the first half when he looked like he got the wind knocked out of him, whether he came down on the right side or the left side in that instance. This time it was the right side.
Vickers really got put into the focus of recruiters last summer in the 7-on-7 season, heading into his sophomore year. Had a stellar season, and since then he's been a very highly touted recruit. He's a junior now. There's a pass. It is completed. And still on his feet, heading downfield inside the 20. That's Simmons there for another first down for the Cougars.
Number 8, Emerson McNeely, and number 12, LaShawn Douglas.
What's my favorite route, Ben?
I believe that's the slant.
What's my second favorite?
Oh, how about
the hitch right there?
The hitch,
there
that's it. So another Anderson and Hart first down, just about the 20-yard line.
Get down, stop, quickly turn, sit down, and wait on that ball, and he got it.
Clark on the carry, will not go down until he gets about 4 yards on the play.
Stop made by Pack of Timberwolves.
Also a big fan of all waggles.
Waggles.
Run the waggles. Let me see the waggles. Any of them.
Second down.
It's one of Coach Bowden's favorite. 7 waggle. That was one of his favorite plays.
Second down. Chambers firing the ball to the end zone. Has receiver. And the ball gets knocked away.
Good defensive play there by Jamari Wilson.
Beautiful.
31, Jamari Wilson.
We'll get a good look at Wilson's play.
Chambers probably wanted to get that one up a little higher. to give Tylen Vickers a chance to, or sorry.
That was Vickers, you're right.
Yeah, Tylen Vickers a chance to go up and get that one. We saw him do it down the other end zone for a touchdown earlier. That one was playable by a defender, and defender made a nice play on it.
Third down. Chambers fires the ball up. It is caught, intercepted. Huge play for the Chiles Timberwolves.
Holton Harris with the interception on the ball that was thrown right as Chambers got hit. And then you saw Holton Harris turn into a center fielder.
We'll go ahead and send it to break. Your score, Godby 7, Chiles 6, Friday Night Rivals. So a heck of a play by Holton Harris to intercept Lazarus Chambers deep in the Timberwolves territory. Had lunch with Holton Harris's great uncle. So Barry and Barbara, if you're watching tonight, hope you got to see Holton make a big play. First and 10 for the Timberwolves.
I ate lunch at a place Holton Harris once ate lunch at 6 months ago.
Well, good for you. We get the handoff up the field, up the middle. That's Cadet on the carry.
I wasn't at the same table he ate at or anything, but not even really sure that he ate there.
5-yard gain for Cadet. Nice camera shot there. The ball spotted at the 11-yard line. Second down. Jacobs hands to Cadet.
Second time we've seen a Chiles running back lose his footing right as he was getting to the hole. It was Jalen Jones earlier in the game, and there see Cadet have the cleats slip out from under him. Usually it's on the cut foot. That time he got the cut foot down, set it, and as he went, the one that's going to help him change directions couldn't grab any turf.
Third down for the Timberwolves. Jacobs feeling the pressure, trying to escape, not able to do so. Stellar play by the Cougars defense, going to bring up a fourth down.
They're trying to make a play there, and there seems to be a much bigger willingness this half of football for Jacobs to just tuck it and go than we've seen in the last 2 games plus the first half of this game. We saw how big that was for Chiles on the last drive. Didn't do anything for him on this one, but see what that does for the rest of the game, though, if he's willing to get the legs going.
Delaney's punt. Fair catch caught at the 47-yard line. Later in tonight's game, we'll be showcasing the Consolidated Dispatch Agency drive of the game. Consolidated Dispatch Agency, service to others. So after the Holton Harris interception, Godby does a heck of a job forcing a 3 and out, and able to get the ball off of a fair catch and very good starting position at the 47-yard line. First and 10.
Technically, there were 4 plays there. So
Chambers with the pitch. In the corner, still on his feet. As Demyrick Bentley able to get the ball out to, it's marking it at the 47-yard line of Chiles.
Don't see a lot of teams run that old school option out of the shotgun formation, but
nifty move there by Bentley to avoid the tackler.
Godby's done it effectively a couple of times. What do you think Tommy Frazier would have looked like with a shotgun in his arsenal?
That dude was amazing. Second down, Chambers quick hit to Vickers. Can result in a Cougars first down. Get a good look here. Ball now placed at the Timberwolves 39-yard line. There's Tylen Vickers. We saw him down for a bit on the last drive. Good to see him back out there. Of course, he came back out on that drive too, but doesn't look like he's suffering any effects. And we're going to call a penalty on the Cougars.
Speaking of Tommy Frazier, it was a time when Florida State probably had the best option quarterback in the country playing cornerback. And he was from Tommy Frazier's high school. Tracy Sanders.
I remember Tracy Sanders.
All-star defense.
During the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Barineau Heating and Air player of the game. Barineau Heating and Air, we will always be there for you. Did not realize that about Tracy Sanders. Ooh, what a play by the Timberwolves. Getting in the backfield very quickly. It's Cameron Montez on the play.
Trent Strozier in there as well. Montez coming from the right end, Strozier coming up the middle.
Case and Clark couldn't do a thing about it. Big loss on the play, second down. Chambers pump fake, has trying to get it to Vickers. Vickers with another great catch.
I think he's out of bounds.
Oh, didn't get the feet in.
Nope.
There's a look at it.
There's the ball is in.
Yep.
First foot comes down on the line.
Yep. Official right there.
Called by the official right on top of that one. Yeah, Tracy was every bit as good of an option quarterback in high school as Tommy Frazier was at Bradenton Manatee. And Florida State had Art Baker as the offensive coordinator running the freeze option. 1 year thing that Bobby Bowden brought Art Baker in, ran the freeze option with Kelly Lowry running the freeze option at about 240 pounds. And Tracy Sanders signed with Florida State, and Art Baker left to take the Citadel head job.
Okay.
And they went back to Bobby Bowden's pro-style offense. And Chili Smooth, as we called him, moved to cornerback.
Third and long for Godby. Chambers steps up in the pocket. Tells the receiver to head downfield. Oh! Simmons was able to bring the ball in for a huge Cougars first down.
What a catch.
Chambers and these receivers are just clicking. I mean, slants, deep balls, they're making huge plays.
Scrambles. Whew. Wow, that's
grab.
Again, I said it earlier. That's just a play right there that you can't compliment one of the guys, one of the two involved, without feeling like you're leaving the other one out, because they both made spectacular plays there.
First and 10, ball in the Esposito's Lawn and Garden Center red zone. Clark with the handoff. Maybe got about a half yard. Near the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Barineau Heating and Air play of the game. Barineau Heating and Air, we will always be there for you. Second and 9 for the Cougars. Chambers pitches to Clark. Clark gets around the edge. Nice spin move, still on his feet. Another big first down for the Cougars.
Just got numbers on that side when you run that option play, and Chambers' only decision he had to make there was, what does the end do? The end played him, so he pitched it. There was nobody there to cover the pitch man.
All right, end of the third quarter. Your score, Godby 7, Chiles 6, is the Barineau Heating and Air Friday Night Rivals presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency. Start of the fourth quarter from Chiles High School in Tallahassee, Florida. The host Timberwolves down 7-6 to the Cougars. Godby having a heck of a drive. Have the ball, goal to go at the 5. Lazarus Chambers having a huge night. Hitting receivers Jamaris Simmons and Tylen Vickers. There's a pass to the end zone. It is Tylen Vickers for a touchdown for the Cougars.
Pass complete. Touchdown, Godby.
Another Weston Trawick Electrical Contractors and Data Communications touchdown for Godby.
That time got it up in the air. We talked about that last quarter when there was a pass breakup in the end zone that was going to Vickers. Chambers probably needed to get that one up in the air a little bit so Vickers could go up and try to make a play, and that time he did just that.
James Barrios Nicholas comes on for the extra point. Line drive. Beg your pardon, that's 38 on the extra point. Not sure who that is. Don't have a 38 on the roster. So another look. Chambers to Vickers. Another touchdown for Godby. 14-6 your score. 11:54 to go in this ball game. Plenty of time for Chiles to put some more points on the board. You can see the jubilant Godby band. As Godby prepares to give us another shoebox kickoff. Matthews and Peoples back deep. End over end. Going to be fielded about the 11-yard line. There's the cut. And carrier down, flag down.
We're going to get some sort of illegal block on Chiles here.
Yep, holding on Chiles.
Thought I saw the block. I wasn't sure what they were going to call. It was just kind of an odd-looking collision between Chiles and Godby players.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. Taylor Jacobs with Cadet and Jones in the backfield. Jacobs trying to hit one of those slants a little bit low.
Yeah, that one Bundridge had no shot at. Shin level. There's some other routes where you can make that adjustment and maybe get down and get that low ball. The slant there is a really, really tough one to do that on.
And he's a tall receiver, too.
He is.
Second and 10 for Chiles.
That ball's low and out in front, you can lay out and go for it. But if it's within the torso area, you just can't really adjust running that route and go down low for it.
Jacobs on the keeper. Gets tripped up after a gain of about 4 on the play. With this being our third Chiles game in a row, we have seen, as you said earlier, we have seen him utilize his legs a little bit more on plays than we did see the previous 2 games in terms of running with the ball. Third down. Jacobs fakes the handoff, fires the ball downfield. It's caught at the 39-yard line. Receiver still on his feet, gets out of bounds about the 49-yard line. That's Trevor Jacobs for a big Timberwolves first down.
There were 2 defenders there. I don't know how Jacobs got that loose, though. You'll see when he makes the catch, the 2 defenders that are about 10 yards down the field from where Trevor Jacobs was, and I'm not sure how both of those defenders ended up leaving him that free that far down the field.
Jacobs to Jacobs for the Flooring America first down. Flooring America, where friends send friends.
It's also good to see Taylor Jacobs zip that ball in there, too.
First and 10, ball at Chiles' 49-yard line. There's the handoff. Still on his feet. That's Jalen Jones.
Good dip of the shoulder. Wayne McDuffie, my offensive line coach at FSU, used to talk about it from an offensive lineman standpoint, dip, lift, and drive. And Jalen Jones did it twice there as a running back in that carry. You saw him dip the shoulder pads, lift, and keep the legs driving. And then once he got loose of that contact, he did it again to the guy who ended up being the tackler, but it got Jalen Jones about 2 more yards on the play.
Second down for Chiles. Jacobs able to make the completed pass.
That's a great catch by Brady Van Landingham. That's one that's coming in, and you know as a receiver you're going to get hit. So you've got 2 choices. And here's, you see so many guys in that situation won't make the catch. You've got 2 choices. You can make the catch and get hit hard, or you cannot make the catch and you're still going to get hit hard. So make the catch.
Great job, Brady Van Landingham. 1st and 10. Ball now at the Cougars' 40-yard line.
I know that's easy for me, the offensive lineman who's never had to make that catch before, to say, but...
Jacobs will hand the ball off to Jalen Jones. Jones doing a heck of a job getting downfield again for another, I think about a 8-yard gain there by Jones.
Second down.
Blocked well, huh, Eric?
Yes, yes. Big hole there for Jalen Jones. And I like what Chiles is doing on this drive. They haven't looked like a team that's down 8. Sometimes you'll see teams, even when there's plenty of clock left, they kind of panic and they change what they're trying to do. Chiles really not changing what they're trying to do. Just doing what they always do on offense, and they're going to get, speaking of what they always do on offense, they're going to draw Godby off sides there. First time Godby's jumped off sides. Normally at this point in the game, in a Chiles game, you see 2 or 3 of those at a minimum. That's the first time Godby's done it, but it nets him another first down after that long gain on first. Get enough yardage on that penalty for another first down.
Ball down to the Godby 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chiles. For Chiles, 8:50 to go in this ball game, down by 8.
Haven't seen Caden Fryer have a target yet tonight.
Jacobs feeling some pressure. Gonna keep the ball. Runs out of bounds. Be a loss of a yard or 2 on that play.
Yeah, he made a good choice there. You could see him think about trying to lower that shoulder and get upfield, but there were 3 Godby defenders there, and he makes a good choice there and just runs out of bounds.
Second down.
Ball.
I know some people might say, no, man, you got to sell out, try to get the yards. Not when you're the quarterback.
Ball now spotted at the Godby 31-yard line. Second and about 13. Cadet with the handoff. Nice hole. Nice energy in those legs.
Different type of runner from Jalen Jones. Jones will do some damage as he goes through the hole. Cadet will hit the hole very, very quickly and get through it. Then he's tough to bring down because of the elusiveness. Where Jones, he's tough to bring down because he's a battering ram.
Ball spotted between the 21 and 22-yard line. To be 3rd down and short from there. That's Cadet in the backfield next to Taylor Jacobs Jr. Cadet will take the handoff. Cadet will get the first down.
I like seeing them run inside with Cadet a lot of times, and I felt like 2 weeks ago against McCullough, they tried to use him east to west, and they've been using him north to south here tonight, and he's done a good job on the inside runs despite being a smaller back. If there's any kind of hole there, find it because he's so quick.
That Jeremiah Cadet run good for Flooring America first down. That brings us into the Esposito Lawn and Garden Center red zone. Fakes the handoff. Instead gives it to Trevor Jacobs. Jacobs turns the corner and gets hit.
I had a little bit of thought in my head when that play first started that they were trying to set Trevor Jacobs up to throw the ball. It just kind of felt like he was looking to, and then once he got the ball, you saw him put it under the arm. And again, I think that was more something in my own head than anything that they were trying to do as in a play. But
great job by Godby snuffing that out. There were 5 Cougars around Jacobs to bring him down. 2nd down. Jones with the handoff, powers ahead, gets down to about close to the 5-yard line.
Breaks the tackle in the backfield, and then, like I said, just a battering ram as he breaks another tackle downfield to pick up another 3 yards after second contact.
Godby calls a timeout. We'll go ahead and send it to break. 6:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Your score, Godby 14, Chiles 6. We're back at Chiles High School, Tallahassee, Florida. Ben Cinco, Eric Llewellyn calling the action for you. Alex DiCaprio on the sidelines as well. Glad you're with us tonight. Shaping up to be a great finish. Chiles down 14-6, has the ball. Goal to go. Or actually not quite goal to go. We're getting close to it though. Get the handoff. That's Jones trying to make it happen. Gets around the 5-yard line. We'll see where this thing gets spotted.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the spot.
Number 38, James Jones is on the carry.
And it's going to be fourth down. They're going to be a yard or maybe a little less than a yard short.
What do you think on running the big guy around there in that situation instead of trying to go up the middle? That's tough. I mean, he almost got it.
Well, and I think the thought process there is they're looking for him coming up the middle. Go back into the first quarter, 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. They tried to run him up the gut, lost 3 yards, turned it over on downs. And I think they might have been thinking, look, they're going to be looking for him coming up the middle. Let's try to fool him here, and it didn't fool him.
4th and a yard. Jones with the handoff.
Oh, he didn't get it.
I don't think he got it.
Nope, not going to do it.
And they did not have a clean exchange there between Jacobs and Jones.
Jones is down.
Yeah, I think that's...
We'll send you to break looking at that pivotal 4th down play. Here's tonight's Barineau Heating and Air play of the game. Barineau Heating and Air, we will always be there for you. Lazarus Chambers steps up, fires the ball deep downfield. His Jamarin Simmons. Simmons lays out, makes the play of the game. Beautiful. So after that huge play by the Godby defense to stone Chiles on the 4th down play.
Well, and this game right now has come down to 2 4th and 1 stops by Godby.
Chambers hands the ball off. Nice play by the defense.
And certainly if you're Godby here, you can't just think that you've got this game wrapped up. There's plenty of clock. Chiles has 3 timeouts. You've got to get probably 2 or 3 first downs in order to burn the rest of that clock.
Kason Clark was your ball carrier there. Second and 10 for Godby. Ball deep in their own territory at their 5-yard line. Chambers able to make the completion to Perryman.
I have no idea why Godby is snapping that ball with 10 seconds on the play clock.
Very good point.
And I see a lot of teams that do something like that. It's a pet peeve here of mine. You've got the ball, you're up 8. You want to take off as much of that clock as you can. They've stopped it here for something. I think he was out of bounds. I think that's why they stopped him.
Perryman's out of bounds. 3rd and short. 3rd and 3 maybe. Handoff, gets hit in the backfield. Huge play by Trent Strozier.
Stop made by number 0, Strozier.
Wow, just what Chiles needed.
Now Chiles is going to use a timeout. Wow. Now you don't want to let them run 40 seconds down before the punt. So you call that timeout there if you're Chiles. You still have 2 left. You'll get the ball with just under 4 minutes to play. Plenty of time for your offense. That's a huge defensive stop there for Chiles. And again, it kind of looked like Godby needed to have the foot on the accelerator maybe a little bit more. You don't want to get careless in that situation. But again, you can't just come out there and run 3 plays to burn that clock out. You've got to go into that thinking that you need to get a couple of first downs at a minimum.
Strozier's tackle was a loss of about 3 on that play.
Now, if you're Chiles, do you come after this punt? I believe we saw them with a roughing the kicker last week when they went after a punt. So that's something you can't afford to do if you do go after it, or do you set up the return, knowing that you're getting good field position no matter what, try to set up the return and make it even better.
Thomas Matthews, Cole Lawson, both back deep. Jalen Roquet on to punt this ball away.
Is this Godby's first punt of the game?
Yeah, I believe it is. Roquet, little line drive
on him.
Oh, Lawson. Ooh. Let's see who's going to come away with this ball.
And I only say that because you don't see anybody from Godby pointing the other way.
Yep, you're right.
I don't always trust the defensive team when they point the other way, but when they're not pointing the other way, you know they didn't get it.
Wow. Lawson sticks that hand up. And looks like, well, I was going to say he got it, but I think Matthews kind of got bent over himself there.
I don't think it was Matthews either.
No?
I think it was the third guy in there, whose number I did not see.
Maybe we can get another look at that and see who came up with that. Timberwolves take over at their own 45-yard line. 3:56 to go. Here's a quick look at it. We'll see.
There's one other guy coming in.
31.
No, I think it was Matthews who got it. Matthews ended up turned around the other direction. And you had Lawson and Wilson both facing the end zone. And then I think Matthews was the one who got it in facing the opposite way.
Trevor Jacobs on a 5-yard catch. Gets the ball to the 40-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 3:30 to go in this ball game.
And if you're Chiles, you've got plenty of time here. You don't need to be in a hurry.
Jalen Jones with the handoff, getting downfield. Still on his feet. Heck of a run. For another Timberwolves first down. Let's get a look at that. Thing of beauty, blocked well again, Eric.
Yes. Very much so. Cade Fryer getting in somebody's way downfield. Helped Jones come up with another probably 7 or 8 yards at the end of that run.
Credit Jones for 15 on the carry. 1st and 10. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Cougars. Handoff. 4-yard run by Jalen Jones.
Player down for Godby, so that'll stop the clock. Getting down to that 2-minute mark, that's when you're going to have to start keeping an eye on the clock. If you're Chiles, that's also when you're going to have to start keeping your eye on the clock if you're Godby. Because at a certain point, you've got to start playing the game of, is there going to be enough time for us if we give up the touchdown here? Keep in mind, though, missed extra point by Chiles after their touchdown, so that means they've got to, if they get it in the end zone here, they've got to come back and get 2 as well to tie this thing up.
Can't tell who that is being attended to, but it looks like it's just a cramp situation. They're working it out, getting some hydration going on.
Need a team like that to work on me when I get that leg cramp middle of the night. 3:37 a.m.
Oof. I had a bad one of those in Ireland, middle of the night. Boom.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think I was hydrated enough.
I tried to get Buckley to help out one night. Buckley was like, nah, sorry, Dad. I'm curled up over here. I'm good. No opposable thumbs.
And he's back on his feet. That's Marcus Figures. Good to see him running off the field.
2:40.
Ball spotted at the Godby 22-yard line.
Clock is started now.
Jacobs surveying the field, firing the ball to the end zone, trying to get it to Trevor Jacobs, and intercepted.
Intercepted, yep.
Huge play for Godby. Lakari Murray, who comes down with the interception in the end zone. Taylor trying to get the ball to his brother. thrown a little bit short. Lakari Murray.
There by Lakari Murray.
So Godby's defense comes up big once again when they need to. Play results in a touchback. Godby takes over at their own 20, 2:24 to go in this ball game. Let's see how Chiles defense responds. Hand off to Clark. And a pack of Timberwolves brings them down.
Second down.
Chiles will use another timeout there. They've got one left now.
Let's take a look at the Consolidated Dispatch Agency drive of the game. Consolidated Dispatch Agency, service to others. Take a look right here. That's Chambers feeling the pressure. Fires the ball down deep. That was our play of the game right there. Next play, option pitch to Clark. Clark with the nifty spin move. Gets it to goal to go. And then, hold up. This was our last score there. That was Tylen Vickers with the touchdown grab. Put them up 14-6. And that's where we are right now. 2:16 to go. Been an exciting second half. Don't forget, folks, we'll be here. Actually, we'll be a couple channels over, back on our home of CW Tallahassee next Friday night, September 27. We'll have Lincoln Trojans and the Leon Lions from Gene Cox Stadium. We get a pitch. Still on his feet, staying inbounds. Whistle blows. Let's see where they're going to spot this, but it is definitely going to be a Cougars first down. That was Clark on the pitch from Chambers.
Stop made by number 12, LaShawn Douglas. First down, Godby.
Kason Clark takes the pitch. Ball's going to be spotted all the way to the 41-yard line. 21-yard gain. And a big Flooring America first down for Godby. First down. Another pitch to Clark. This time running to the left. It's taken down several yards downfield. Let's see where they get this thing spotted. Clock will continue to roll. Ball now at the 48-yard line to be second and about 3 from there.
So now they break the huddle with 8 on the play clock. And snap it with 2.
Clark on the carry. Gets.
Now you've got to use your timeout if you're Bill Reagans. He does.
Able to get the ball to right about the original line of scrimmage. Let's highlight our Barineau Heating and Air player of the game. Barineau Heating and Air, we will always be there for you. That player of the game is Jamarin Simmons. Had some clutch grabs tonight. Connecting well with Lazarus Chambers. Simmons coming into tonight, their leading receiver. 286 yards, 2 touchdowns on 15 catches. Had lots of action tonight from Lazarus Chambers. There's again our play of the game right there. And the first touchdown of the night, 4-yard grab. Jamarin Simmons, our Barineau Heating and Air player of the game. So the Timberwolves looking to come up with a big play here on third down and get that ball back. We got 1 minute 9 seconds to go in this ball game. Who's going to come up clutch for their team on this play? Chambers hands to Clark. Clark gets low, drives ahead. Let's see where they spot this. He came out past the sticks. Oh,
gave it to him.
Yeah. Initially, I saw one of the officials was a little bit short of the sticks, but then he stepped ahead. So, yep, huge first down.
Run one more play now. We'll stop the clock to move the chains, and then they'll restart it.
Barring a miracle, Godby's going to go up to 3-2 on this season. Chambers takes the knee, and that looks like it's going to be the ball game, folks. Cougars coming up with a huge win, 14-6 on Friday night rivals. 3-2 now on the season. Heading into next week's district game versus Baker County. Chiles will drop to 1-4 on the season. They play Fort White next week. We'll go ahead and send a break. Come on back. We'll have the trophy presentation. We'll do a little recap and set you up for next week. Barineau Heating Air Friday Night Rivals presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency. Back to you live from the woods on the campus of Lawton Chiles High School, Tallahassee, Florida. The host Timberwolves go down to the Cougars tonight, 14-6. Alex DeCapua down on the field with the victorious Cougar squad. Alex.
Guys, it's the best part of the night for these players. The Friday Night Rivals trophy presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency. I'm here with Jamarin Simmons, the player of the game, but this trophy is really for all of you guys, so congratulations.
Thank you.
There they are, the Cougars. As I said before, 3-2 now on the season, heading into a huge district matchup against Baker County next week. Speaking of next week, we will see you at 7 o'clock over on the CW, our typical home for these ball games. We appreciate you coming in and watching us here on NBC 40. Game next week, huge classic Tallahassee rivalry, Lincoln versus Leon. We'll go ahead and send you into the weekend, getting a look at highlights for tonight's matchup. We appreciate you joining us on the Barineau Heating and Air Friday Night Rivals presented by Consolidated Dispatch Agency. We will see you next Friday night. Enjoy your weekend, folks.
Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsor partners: Barineau Heating and Air, Consolidated Dispatch Agency, Werner Hyundai and Werner Kia, and Stubbs Roofing. To our great sponsor supporters: Anderson and Hart, Brian Barnard's Flooring America, Esposito Lawn and Garden Center, The Shoebox, and Weston Trawick. And finally, both participating high schools and their administrations for their support.